Sagittarius, what's up? Welcome to your mid-month reading. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your love and your support. I appreciate you, and I'm just so thankful for connecting with your energy. Today I am doing this reading on the eclipse in Aries, so I'm just kind of more like chill, laid back. I don't have a whole lot of energy, but I still felt like trying to do a reading or two and just see what the vibes are like. So thank you again for being here. We're going to see what messages need to come through for you, Sag, see what you need to look out for, be aware of for the second half of April. Of course, if this reading helps or resonates, if you enjoy, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate that. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, the info is in the description box on how you can book. Okay, so starting off with some animal oracle cards for Sagittarius. What's going on for Saggie? What do my Sagittarians need to know or be aware of, please? So first card out, we have the Firefly. That is the energy of air. This is a very like mental, intellectual kind of vibe. So you might be having a lot of ideas, lots of breakthroughs, light bulb moments. The light bulb is going off. Let's see, what else is going on for Saggie? Second half of April. You know, you might be getting a lot of information that you're receiving through intuitive downloads, messages, even in your dreams. Dude, this is like, the deck is not speaking. What's going on for Saggie, second half of April? Maybe Spirit's just like saying, okay, let's just talk about this Firefly energy, and then I'll pull some more cards. I'll try to. We'll see if anything else comes up, but let me just like talk about this Firefly energy, because this is, I'm picking up on a lot of different messages. First of all, it's like you guys need to spread your freaking light, shine your light, spread your light, your love, your unique gifts and abilities. This is a time for you guys to really put yourself out there, be seen. Take those risks. You know, we have this eclipse in Aries. It's another new moon in Aries. This is about you guys really needing to be bold and be brave, and just like, this is a reinventation of the Sagittarius. Okay, so it's like how you see yourself, how you put yourself out there in the world, you know, that kind of jazz. But with this Firefly energy, it's kind of like it comes and goes, or you might feel like it's in waves, or it's like in moments, or like little flashes where you get this mojo, or you get this inspiration or ideas, but if you don't like grab onto it, kind of like today, like I'm feeling like, okay, you know me, I'm a Sag moon, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna try and do a few readings, see what the vibes are like, right? Because I'm kind of in the zone, so I'm grabbing onto that energy. But it's about not forcing it. This is the energy where it's like you can't force it. When the creativity is there, when the inspiration is there, when the ideas, the motivation, that's awesome. That's a sign that you should give it a chance, that you should act on it. But if it's lacking, or if it's just kind of dull, or it just, there's nothing really there, the energy is depleted, empty battery, your cup is empty, it, you know, that's a huge sign that you need to, which is interesting actually, because at the bottom of the deck we have the hummingbird. It's a sign where you need to return to the things that recharge you, return to the things that that ground you. With the hummingbird, this is about returning to that sweet nectar when your energy is depleted, when you're feeling low, when you're not in your strength, when you're feeling not 100%. That's where you really need to listen, like instead of forcing things, or like pushing against the river, swimming against the current, you know, that's just going to create resistance, that's just going to create frustration, that's going to just create, you know, a whole lot of annoyance and just not the vibe. So when you're in that energy, or if that comes up in the next couple of weeks, don't resist it. Take it as a sign to step back, reground, recalibrate, return to the things that replenish you, that excite you, that motivate you. With the hummingbird, it's like inviting more fun, inviting more play, inviting more sweetness into your life. How can you sweeten up your life? Adding some sugar, a cherry on top, you know, like how can you sweeten up your life? Even just by the little things, just making it more enjoyable, right? That's the kind of vibe I'm seeing for you guys, second half of April. I'm going to get some more. Let's see, is there anything else for Sagittarius? Second half of April. Any other messages for my Saggies? Okay. We got the lizard, and we have the lamb. Yeah, this is like, all right, this is nice. lots of like inner stuff, lots of like mental thinking. There could be a little bit of, feeling a little overwhelmed. Some of y'all, you're really feeling this eclipse energy where you just need a rest. You just, oh my God, it's like the Easter bunny with the egg and the, the bunny. Easter, all right. So again, it's like really fitting with where we're at astrologically and just energetically wise. Like we're in this new phase, a new cycle. We're getting ready for the takeoff, right? I think you guys did you have the golden egg in your last reading? Or was it the unicorn? I know you guys had spirit in your last reading come out. Here we have spirit coming out again. It's like you have these abilities, these gifts, these ideas, these talents to share with others, to share with the world. There's like an energy exchange waiting to happen. But some of you, the rabbit, your fears, the doubts, negative beliefs, it's blocking you from letting this egg hatch. Or you feel as if you're not ready or you're not prepared, or it's like, before I can take this next step, before I can have this thing, before I can have this fulfillment, this wish, this person, this insert blank, I have to do this, this, and this first. I have to have, that's not necessarily the case. You're kind of delaying the process. It's like, some of you are like, I have to be fully healed before I enter my next relationship. Like that's not really true. And there's only so much healing you can do on an independent, individual level, right? There's only so much healing you can do. As soon as you could be alone for some time and you work on yourself and you think you're fully healed, but then next relationship you jump into or connections that you have, they trigger the crap out of you and you're like, whoa, I thought I was fully healed. It's like, no, those connections that you're inviting into your life, it's triggering certain things within you that you yourself weren't able to see. It's like, the connections, the people you surround yourself with can really transform you and like bring certain parts out of you that you weren't even aware of. And so anyways, it's just like, it's a lot of deep stuff going on within you, Sag. And with the lamb coming out, it's like you do need to really listen to what you're feeling, what you're picking up on, the messages that are coming to you in the dreams. Again, the firefly, messages that pop up out of nowhere that just all of a sudden, aha moment, the light bulb moment goes off, and it's just like, if you don't grab onto it, you might forget about it. You kind of forget about all these sequence of events or coincidences. They're not coincidences, right? But synchronicities or like similar signs or directions. Like it's very clear, obvious little Easter eggs, y'all, Easter eggs, right? The universe is dropping hints. The divine is dropping hints. It's very subtle hints. And if you aren't aware of it, you miss out on these little signs showing and directing and pointing you to where you're supposed to be, or if you're where you're meant to, you are where you're meant to be. Have faith that you are exactly where you're meant to be. You don't need to worry about the timing is here, the timing is now. You have enough time. That's for someone out there. Wow, pick up a lot of fucking messages, lots of different energies. Okay, Sag. I had someone else I was gonna say, but it's gone. But like, yeah, it's just about you needing to pay attention to the messages, the symbolism, the dreams, the feelings, the intuition, really following your inner guidance here. And we also have the lizard, which is more of a creative energy. So we have like a lot of like creative genius that hasn't been like expressed or released. It's like, it's time to unleash that. With the lizard, you might benefit these next couple of weeks. You might benefit from some more solo time or some space or just some time to be with yourself, with your own thoughts, just to kind of reconnect with you, your soul, your spirit. And that's probably where we're going to experience a lot of breakthroughs, a lot of realizations, a lot of clarity, a lot of aha moments. Something about you guys needing to back away from like the crazy life, if you can. I know life is busy. It's hard to even take an hour in the day because shit can be full on. I totally understand. I was like, oh my God, how is it already this time? The day's almost over. It's like, how I just woke up, right? It's just so crazy how fast time goes. But even like time management, that might be something that you are working on this next couple of weeks or so. But with the lizard, this is about you guys needing to return to that inner artist, remember we had that that hummingbird, which is like returning to that sweetness. So whatever that sweetness is to you, because not everyone, not all of you are like, I'm not an artist. It's like, okay, well, I can't think of the other words right now, but like returning to that safe place inside of you where you get to have access to more of this, just like your innocence, your playfulness, your creativity, that inner child energy. So even with this solar eclipse in Aries, this is a time to reconnect with that inner child of yours. Wait, why am I putting this away? Reconnect to the inner child of yours. Reconnect to being more playful, being more fun, taking life not so serious all the freaking time, you know? As serious as it is, right? With all the crap going on in the world and life and all of that jazz. So it's like, we need to invite more play. We need to invite more fun. We need to let loose. We need to enjoy, you know, connection with yourself, connection with others too. But yeah, it's interesting vibes, to say the least. So let's get into the tarot. Let's see what other messages need to come through for my Sagittarians. What's going on for Saggie, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the second half of April? What do my Saggies need to know or be aware of? Ooh, beautiful Queen of Pentacles coming right out. I'm using the Vice Versa Tarot. This is Capricorn Energy. What's going on for Saggie, the second half of April? Okay, Five of Pentacles. That fell out behind the Queen of Pentacles, so I'm actually going to keep that in that order. We have Judgment coming out, some divine orchestration, some divine intervention. Anything else for Saggie? Give me one more. Temperance reverse. That fell out between the Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. I'm actually going to shimmy that over there. Actually, I'm going to pull you one more card as like outcome. But what I got to notice at the top of the deck, just as I stop shuffling, with the Sun. So overall, I see like positive outcome, things really looking up. But all right, Page of Cups coming out. At the bottom, we had the King of Swords, Seven of Swords reverse, Page of Wands reverse, Four of Swords. We'll get to that. Yeah, like there's a lot of air showing up in your reading. Could be dealing with an air sign. Just like a lot of like brain, lots of mental stuff. So this is you, maybe right now, maybe in the current energy, or whenever you come across this. Oh, what's interesting at the top of the deck with the Ten of Wands. So kind of fitting with what I'm about to dive into here. Temperance reverse and the Five of Pentacles. This is definitely representing you, Sagittarius. This is your energy here. Feeling lack, feeling out of balance, feeling out of just sorts, like just not feeling 100%. Having all that you need. Like literally, this is the Five of Pentacles reverse, where you are actually inside the building. You're not outside freezing. You're not starving. You're not alone. But like, so you have all the things that you wanted, you have all the things that you needed, that you wished for, that you prayed for, and yet for some reason it's still not enough, or you are struggling with seeing the positive blessings in front of you, or like there's something that's getting in the way or clouding your judgment or clouding your vision, or just, you know, it's just something going on internally. All right, it's definitely not your external surroundings, because you got all that you need. You got your water, you got your structure, your home, you got the roof over your head, you got a lot to be thankful for, a lot to look up and have gratitude for. And yeah, and you probably are, right? You are, or maybe there's moments where you got to check yourself or remind yourself, but it's telling me that this is something going on within you. This is something going on within you. You're feeling out of balance, out of sorts. And that's why Spirit is really urging you, whoever I'm speaking to, it's really urging you to like go inwards, or like spend some time in like deep contemplation, reflection, get into some sort of project or activity that like puts you in the present, some sort of expression, or, you know, doing something physical, working out, or going for a walk, or, you know, doing some sort of like project, hands-on, writing, even reading, things like that, right? Because it's showing here that there is a little bit of imbalance. Maybe you need to watch out of overindulgence. Some like too much of anything is a bad thing. Some of y'all are just like, maybe you've been watching too much Netflix, or maybe you've been drinking a little bit too much, or smoking a little too much, or, you know, just having too much of anything. You know, we got Venus in Taurus. We also have Mercury retrograde in Taurus. So you might even be having the urge to go spend your money like a lot and just like buying a bunch of things that maybe you might regret later on. So it's just like some of y'all need to watch moderation, right? So that you don't end up in lack, or like you got bills to pay, but instead you are splurging on a silly handbag. It's like, is it really that important? You know, so, you know, you do you, it's your life, it's your money. I'm not telling you where to put your money, but like just finding moderation, and yeah, there's just something out of balance. But you're going to get back into alignment here, Queen of Pentacles. So we go from this imbalance to there's a shift. Okay, so what goes on in between the shift? Maybe when we clarify, we will figure out what's in between, because we go from this kind of imbalance, out of whack, dealing with some stuff internally. You know, you have the light, you see things clearly, you got the direction, but yet you're like, what the hell? Anyways, Queen of Pentacles. So this is like self-freaking care, dude. Self-care, I think, is something that's really important. Investing in yourself, investing in your rest, investing in your sleep. Sleep and rest, that's like the same shit. Just like really putting yourself as first priority, giving to yourself. How can you give to others when you haven't even been giving to yourself? How can you know, like, you have to be the number one source of your own happiness, your own independence. That comes from within. You can't expect it, right? Some of you, I don't know who I'm calling out, but some of you thought that having the job, having the money, having the relationship, having the perfect car, the perfect house, that you thought that was going to make you happy. And now that you have it, or now that the blessings and the abundance are rolling in, it's still not filling the void that's within your heart. And you're like, dang, I thought this would make me happy, but turns out it's just fleeting. It's something going on inside. So it's like you got to fill that void of yours by yourself. Not to say that you can't have other things around you helping you, but like it stems from within. This is something stemming from within. And this is what the eclipse in Aries is helping illuminate. It's like, in what ways have you been neglecting your needs? In what ways have you been abandoning yourself? Oof, that just came strongly. I heard abandonment. So it's like, in what ways have you not been showing up for yourself? In what ways have you, yeah, that's it. Okay. That's the main message. Yeah, I don't have anything else to add to that. Okay. So it's some deep stuff, but as we're transitioning into Taurus season, actually, on 420, hey, 420 or whatever, for the, you know, if you know, you know, right? That's this earthy element coming in, bringing us support, bringing us that structure, bringing us that security, that confidence, that reassurance that it really is all going to be okay. And the shifts that you might be experiencing, the emotions, the awkwardness, the discomfort that you're feeling, it's all part of the process, and it's normal. And it's the best thing that you can do as you're going through this transition is to lean into it, not to resist it. The more resistance, the more you try to swim upstream, the more, like I said earlier at the beginning of this reading, it's like it's going to just create more of a friction, agitation, annoyance, irritability, and it's just, that's not going to be nice. That's going to backfire. So best thing you can do is just like try to just take it easy, root yourself, ground yourself, take a deep breath. I got my singing bowl, my root singing bowl here. Okay. You know, Sag, it shows you've been carrying a lot. You've been carrying a lot. This is at the top of the deck, okay? 10 of Wands. Like, you've been just taking it on like a freaking champ, but it's been a lot. Just like boulders on your shoulders, you know? And there's a need for a release. There's a need to let some things go. And that, again, this eclipse in Aries, this solar eclipse, although it's a new moon, it's kind of giving full moon vibes. It's intense. It's more of a time to release rather than like implementing and manifesting new things. More just like, this is like clear out any of that remaining leftover residue. Get it out. Shake it out of your system, right? Move your body. Fucking whip your hair. Like, get that energy out of your system. Get it out, get it out, get it out. get it freaking out mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Get it out, okay? Do a little bit of sweeping, a little bit of cleaning. Oh, yeah, wow. Okay, and then we have judgment. So there is that divine timing that's at play. The right place, right time, butterfly effect. Every single action, every single choice, every single decision has led up to this very point, this very moment. And part of the future that is like, there's uncertainty of what's to come, what to expect, what to prepare for, and the need to have control. But it's all working out in divine timing. And even the people that you're connecting with, look, we got Judgment, Page of Cups, the connections that the connections that you have coming in, that you have already, that are developing, that are deepening, strengthening, the bonds that you are having, that are growing, the connections that you are inviting, that you are coming into alignment with. It is just in full support. Like, this is just really beautiful energy here, where there's important, like, emotional conversations, emotional, like, high emotional intelligence, right? You're connecting with people who understand you, who relate to you, who just get you. You're coming into alignment with similar people, your soul tribe. You know, me with this channel, I'm connecting with all of you people, and it's just the people I've been able to connect with, and like, it's just incredible, really. It's just incredible, and it's big spider web. And so in moments like this, Temperance reverse, Five of Pentacles, where you're feeling lack, where you're feeling alone, where you're feeling stuck, restricted, feeling like disconnected, this is an opportunity for you to reconnect. You just got to plug back in. Some of you need to plug off your phone. Some of you need to like limit how much time you're on like social media, Instagram, TikTok, and like replacing that with the things that actually are good for your spirit. I'm even saying that for myself. I'd be watching too much Netflix at night, and then, staying up too late when I should be getting some sleep. It's like, there's some sacrifices that we gotta make as a collective. And even if that means giving up some Netflix in order to have a couple more hours of sleep, right? Oh my God. But anyways, that's just hilarious. And other things that could be more deep than that, right? But yeah. And then at the bottom, okay, so King of Swords reversed, Seven of Swords reversed. We have all these like reversals here. What is this vibe about? Kind of like you have a choice, Sag. So we have this Four of Swords. This is where you're reconnecting to you. This is where you're detaching, taking some space, taking a time out, and just healing, resting, sleeping, just really trying to rest your mind, ease your mind, as you're going through all these energetic shifts, these energetic upgrades. And so you do have some choices to make. Look at this. So this is the Page of Wands reverse. It's so interesting how they do it in this deck. This is the upright version. This is the reverse version. But when I see it, when it comes out reversed in this deck, or, the other side, it looks like you have two choices, or it's like you're at a path, you're at a crossroad. You could take this path, you could take that path. This also, you see, it's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. That's that Aries energy, that solar eclipse energy, that Mars, it's very transformative, and it kind of has like a scorpionic vibe in the air, a little bit of that gusto. So this is kind of like a make or break it. This phase that you're in, this phase that you are stepping into, this new chapter, this new cycle. I mean, it could be new. It also could just be, you choosing to repeat an old cycle. That comes down to you and your free will and your actions, right? So it's like you have the opportunity to rewrite the life. You have the opportunity to really step into alignment, to call in what you deserve. Some of you, though, you might just block yourself from that, or you might just get in your own way. Look, we got the Seven of Swords reverse here. This could be a bit of abandonment. Yeah, like I'm picking up on like abandonment. Like, some of you are struggling with showing up for yourselves or committing to yourselves, or it's like you stick to it for a little bit and then you struggle with staying committed to it, or like showing up, or showing up can be really difficult, and that could be something that you get really frustrated with. Look, we got the King of Swords reverse. That can definitely represent like anger, frustration, irritability, being really hard on yourself, not zero compassion, right? The King of Swords reverse, especially King of Swords reverse. King of Swords, he's more stern, more serious. He's definitely not very compassionate. He's kind of just like, if you fall and scrape your knee, he's gonna be like, okay, get up, get over it, here's a freaking band-aid, right? There's gonna be no like comforting. Okay? King of Swords reverse, he does not give a fuck. Like, so it's almost like the way that you've been taking care of yourself or treating yourself, or maybe this is representing a person in your life who's behaving this way or treating you this way. Disconnected, detached, cold, unapologetic, just like very robotic. Non-emotional, completely. Like, what are you, AI? Robot? Technology robot? Like, geez. So it's like some of you guys, when it comes to you are so giving as the Queen of Pentacles. She's very giving, very loving, very nurturing. She's considered the mother, right? So meanwhile, you're giving to everybody else. You're pouring your cup of water or energy, whatever you're flowing, whatever you're spreading, you're sharing that with everybody else. But then when it comes to you, some of you have been neglecting. Some of you have been just like avoiding yourself or not giving yourself the same treatment, but then wondering why you're exhausted or why you're drained or why. It's like you got to give to yourself. You got to give back to you. It's a time to give, to receive, right? It's that balance. What you put out, what you get. It's like you've been putting out. But what about you? You haven't been, what about putting into you? Does that make sense? If it makes sense, the right people understand what the fuck I'm saying. But anyway, so it's like some of y'all have just been really cruel to yourselves or really destructive or really hard on yourselves. And it's just like, but yet towards everybody else, you're super kind, super compassionate, super patient. So you got to give yourself that same love, that same respect, that same appreciation. Whew, yeah. And there's some things that you got to work on releasing, letting go. Look at this little skull, right? Some things are just better left dead. Some things are better left to rot, to just like be left alone. Okay, so that's for some of you where you got to like detach or remove something or walk away from something or like just not turn back, like keep moving forwards. So, oh my God, there's like a whole lot of different messages in this reading. We didn't even clarify anything, but I feel like this is the message for you, Sag. So I'm glad I listened to my intuition. I was like, you know what? We'll just see what messages need to come out for Sag. This is your message. I really hope that this reaches the right people, that it helps, and I'm sending you all my love and support. I appreciate you, Sag. Take it easy. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. So make sure you leave a like, comment if this reading helped or if you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe. If you're new here, welcome. I appreciate you. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, the info's in the description box, okay? Thank you for watching, Saggie, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.